Hello, and welcome to the Inbetween Combat. I'm new Jessica. I'm joined by Tony's RT. How are you, Tony?
Hello, I'm doing good. New quality, new me.
Yeah, I recently started streaming in 4K on Twitch, which apparently is possible, but I feel like I've done this before, where it's just like,
Yeah,
hey, you can stream in 4K, but if you move anything, the bitrate will be so bad you won't be able to see anything.
I think if you're looking at paintings, like an oil painting,
Yeah.
perfect. Go to 4K, guys.
What's going? They said like fucking years ago they were like, we're gonna do enhanced broadcasting where
Oh
you can use
yeah,
AV1 to stream in 1440p and 4K, and absolutely nothing has happened with that for the
I,
most part. I feel
yeah,
like it's still just everyone streaming in 1080p because it's not the bit rate is
I,
too much of a holdback.
yeah. I just feel like we've not advanced there. It's like both price and price performance. I guess not worth it. It's actually infrastructure costs.
The truth is out there. Where were we talking about X-Files before? I actually don't remember.
Uh, desk files, the boring version
Oh,
of
I
X
said, yeah, I was
Files.
like, why is there a photo of your desk on here? You're in the desk files,
Yeah,
And you're
yeah.
like the X Files.
I
I
guess
was
we
like,
get. I'll quickly get into it. I bought a desk, a flexi spot, as you can see. It's got
yep.
the. I don't know
I
why.
can
I don't know
see
what
the
that thing is.
Flexi
By the
Spot
way,
branding. Is it a
I don't know what that
cover?
is. I don't know what. I guess I haven't set up the cover because like I didn't want to install the cable tray. So it's just meant to cover that, I suppose. You can't really see the cables. It's just like one cable for the power. So I was like, I don't care. I strapped
I
everything
can
else
see the
underneath.
cable ruined. Ruined.
Yeah. There's always gonna be a cable that would always be sticking out. Like, the cover wouldn't
But
hide
like
that.
these builds are like invisible PC builds, and it's just like,
Well, yeah, but they should have if they wanted to do that. They probably should have had channels down like both sides of like the legs, so you could like route it through there and have it like right behind it, and then like go up the wall sort of thing.
bro,
I don't care. It's fine.
no one should see underneath my desk. There's so many fucking wires down there. This is
Oh
because
yeah,
I would like a
mine's
standing desk,
awful.
but I would like it for
Yeah,
my computer, and I'm like, I am not
yeah,
cable managing this shit. This would be so fucking hard for
yeah.
me.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair though, if you're setting up a new desk, like, you'd have to redo everything anyway. So like, you would be. I think you'd be more encouraged to like set it up better.
Mm.
But yeah, you basically just have to like power go into your PC, and then all the other cables would have to be like your PC would have to be on the desk as well, right? Or would you just plan to have really long cables that can have flex in them?
Mate, I don't think my PC would go on my desk is already like bowing from weight. I don't know if I
Yeah.
could handle a
So
PC on it.
this is a dual motor desk. Like I think it claims 160 kilograms.
Right, okay.
You have to check with your local flexi spot retailer, but I think that's what it said on there. Maybe more than that actually. Um, yeah, it's like, but the idea of this was like I wanted another desk. Like this isn't my PC desk, as you can see. Like it's just the hobby desk. I didn't have a space to do painting, which is one of the reasons I haven't really tried to do any model painting yet. But and also just wanted a spot. I just wanted a spot where I could actually just put models together because at the moment or before I was unplugging my keyboard and just doing it at my computer desk, which is an absolute pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Now I just like walk back and forth between two desks. Like they're right next to each other, basically. It's like a small gap. Like in this picture, there's like you just can't see the end of my PC desk. So they're right next to each other.
I
Yeah,
was
so
looking up what the weight of my Alienware monitor is, and it's like almost 10 kilograms. This fucking
yeah.
monitor, they're heavy,
My
bro.
my monitor is because it's dual monitor is like and I know yours is just one, I know, but
Yeah,
I think mine's 15 kilograms,
it's fucking
which
big.
is like insane.
I could understand like wanting to mount it to the wall. That would be, but if you mounted it to the
Yeah,
wall, then it wouldn't move with the desk, right?
if you could get an arm mount that like moved up and down, right?
Yeah.
But I think the idea of these desks like it can support like a lot of weight, like a PC would like you can put a PC on it, with a monitor and stuff. I think that is the idea.
So
Um,
you've got a 3D printer now, resinless.
yes,
So you can't
I don't-
print in it yet.
no, that's in the other room. I plan to get a small. It's like a small desk set up for that, and I need to still get the resin and the wash and cure station to actually process the resin. I've got a mask, I've got gloves, I've got the printer. I just don't have the important stuff. Well, the resin's important, but maybe the final bit is you could technically do without, but it'd be an absolute giant pain in the ass.
But the idea behind the desk is it's going to be mainly for like assembling and painting like model
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah. So I've got an airbrush. So I've got some. I've got like at the moment I've just got a box to do the airbrushing in. So it's like you just like the spray gets into the box, not in the rest of the fucking room.
Yeah.
Although they still will do that. Airbrush you still have to wear a mask for. So but yeah, I've already got a mask. Yeah, just having a dedicated space for this, and also I wanted it. In the end, I went for flexi. Like I wasn't just looking at flexi spots. Like I'll just get flexi spot. I got a standing desk. It's like, you know what? I could see just like sometimes like I'm sitting down for so long. Let's just stand up and do this. So it's like just nice to have that option. Well, at the
So
moment,
have you been
just been
finding
sitting
that you're
down.
standing up at all with the painting stuff?
I only installed this on Wednesday, so I've not had that much time
Oh,
to
okay.
use
You've
this.
not had it that long then.
No, I ordered it on the weekend and it came Wednesday. Or it came Tuesday, then I set up on Wednesday. So yeah, I don't know. I've done one. I saw like that plastic box is like all the spare, like in the top left of the desk. Like it's like all the spare bits. I saw that while standing up, which was useful. I even went, you know what? I want it even higher than my normal standing position. Make it higher. So that was brilliant. Just useful. You never know. And it's like like you can see at the back there, like next to the metal dragon, there's like I've got a cup of water. Pretty smooth, it turns out. So I was like, I need to be able to have paint and water.
Oh,
That water I'm
this
using just
is
like
for like changing your brushes or whatever, is it?
that won't be. I was going to do sort of thing. This was actually to clean, like, so one there's like mold lines and like like
I
you have
thought
to
you were
like
just having a sip of water while you were sitting at the desk.
no, I wouldn't drink that. That's full of plastic dust. So like you
Okay.
sand. Well, I if when you I sand the thing. I think you're meant to like use like a hobby knife, like a scalpel knife sort of thing, to, like cut these bits off.
Yeah.
But I find that doesn't work for at least my knife or the way I'm doing it. So I kind of just sand it off, which causes a lot, like not a lot of dust, but it's like dust gets stuck to the model. So I kind of like use my finger to wash it off, and then inevitably it goes into the cup.
Yeah.
So that's the point of that water. When I first started doing it, I was like licking my fingers. Like, what the fuck am I doing? I just need some water. Like, this is silly. So yeah, but yeah, there will have to be proper. I'll need water for paints and stuff as well. Mm.
Cool.
Yeah, because they definitely need it for brushes. I think I would need water in the I can't remember what it's called now. I think it's wet palettes. I think it's called. It's like basically a sheet of baking paper floating on top of some water to keep the paint hydrated.
Yeah.
So that also needs water. But yeah, it feels good to have the set. Like the room feels more complete now. I'm just missing a bookshelf in between the
You
two
don't read, do you?
desks. I've got books. I don't read.
Is
The
it?
display books.
What do you mean they display books?
They
Describe
look
display
good.
books to me.
They look good on
Is
display.
is this like how I want vinyl record covers but not vinyl
Yeah,
records?
yeah, but it's like that. But I've already got books. I don't want to get rid of them. I've always had this like bookshelf, so
I had a
I've not
bookshelf when I
had
was
a
a
place.
kid. I said get rid of that shit. I don't need any more
Yeah.
copies of the Beano Annual. You know, it's taking up too much space.
I would love to have copies of the book. That'd be great.
I got too many copies of Captain Underpants ready to go, brother.
But the other thing that a bookshelf would be great for is to display some models on there. That's what I'm saying. Got
Well,
some
because
model
I've been in
display
this
and
room.
books.
Isn't there like a shelf behind you full of Lego?
Yeah. So behind here, so you can see the window to the right here. There's obviously Lego on that as well. Yeah, behind this is like 3 sets of shelves full of Lego.
Yeah.
So books can't go on there. But that's not a book place.
Okay, fair. You just need to get a second
Yeah.
house for more Lego.
For the Lego, yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking that. Kind of spenny though.
Well, I mean, The hobby comes. You know what? My mum has just started collecting Jellycats. I don't know if you ever heard of Jellycats.
I don't know what Jellycats. What?
Oh, there are so
How
many
do you collect them?
Jellycats in this because they're basically like stuffed dolls, but they're
Oh,
like
okay.
they do different sets. So they'll be like my mum was showing me this morning. She was like, "Oh, there's the space set. So there's like a plushy UFO and a plushy alien, or there's a plushy whale and a beach,
Yeah.
and then like." I was going for a cup of tea and I was reaching with a cup of tea and it was gone and it was replaced by a plushy cup of tea and a plushy
What?
I'm like, bro,
What?
what is like Jellycats are taking over this house, bear.
I was about to ask it, are they on display like on a shelf next to each other? Or they're just like in
She's
random
built
spots,
a
I guess, if you're
shelf
not to.
for the Jellycats. They're taking over the house.
Okay, okay.
So yeah. She's got the collecting hobby like you.
Yeah, yeah. As a maximalist
As a
yeah.
minimalist, it's driving me crazy.
Yeah, yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Man,
Mm.
I've not really had much time to be like doing anything. I'm kind of just getting home and just listening to stuff or like watching like history stuff. But
Do you ever watch YouTube on your TV or do you just watch it on your computer?
never set up my TV. It's always on computer. I hate watching on my phone as well. I was like, that's awful. I don't know why people do that.
I don't ever watch on my
Um,
phone, but it's because I would just have to watch ads. I actually am not that bothered about doing stuff on the phone.
I really hate having to hold up a phone to to do stuff.
That's why
I
you
don't know
need
why.
the
It's so
Calvin build where
unergonomic.
you have the tablet mount above your head as you lie down in bed.
But the thing is, though, like I have a desk
Yeah.
and a
No,
monitor to connect to a
I like
computer that
sitting
can
at a
do it for
desk.
me.
I like sitting
That's
at a desk
so
too.
ergonomic. It's like the screen's at my head height. It's already set up. I don't know why I would use my phone. This is like if I'm traveling, like sure, like I have no other option, but like in my house, like I have it set up for this already. Like the office desk is perfect for that.
Mm.
So yeah, no. Um, I was gonna say it's like as just planning Warhammer stuff is like I don't know. I think I like the planning stuff, and I think Warhammer's become not only is it like replaced like the universe, like Star Trek universe for like the Warhammer universe. I think it's also like also scratching the itch of like, oh, I can plan an army. Like, ooh, what models go together? Like, how does this work? So
Mm.
I just been like, I guess theory crafting. How much money I could spend in the future?
Oh, yeah. Games Workshop loves to hear that.
Yeah, yeah. They've got me. They've got
They've
me.
got you.
That's what I'm really been doing anything. I think you've been doing a lot more than me, right?
I've been playing a lot of games and I've been watching some shows. I watched a movie. Actually, I've watched two movies. I didn't write this down.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I watched the first Child's Play movie. I watched the first Chucky movie. I
Oh,
just
okay.
remembered I
That's that,
watched
is it?
this.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. What do you want to do? You want to do games or do you want to do watching?
Let's do films. Do films first. Yeah.
Child's Play. I haven't got this up. Child's Play. Uh, so let me pull this up. The United Artists. Yeah, so I've never seen any of the original Chucky films. So me and my friends got together and were like, okay, next films we're going to watch is Chucky. I think it was pretty good.
Really? Okay.
It's not incredible. It's not like
Yeah.
John Carpenter's The Thing, where I'm just like, this is fucking
No.
insane. But
Yeah.
it's fine. It's like a fine horror movie.
Okay.
It starts with like I don't know. They don't really go into his story. There's a guy. His name's like Charles Ray, and he
Okay.
is also known as Chucky. And he goes into his backstory of. I mean, they don't really go into his backstory. It seems like somebody's chasing him, is about to kill him, and then he starts chanting a bunch of shit in a toy store, and he puts like his soul in like a toy. I do like the links they go into to be like the backstory of like the Chucky doll.
Just like how it works, or sort of the premise in the universe, how it works.
Yeah, like it's called like My Buddy or My Friend or something. I can't remember exactly what. But there's like a whole TV show that the kid's watching on TV, and he's like, "I've got to have this buddy," and
Oh, okay. Right.
and he
Like
speaks.
they put thought into
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
actual
He speaks to him
model
every night. So
of
basically, he puts stuff
toy.
in this doll, and then
Yeah.
the entire toy store blows up because classic it does. This mum is looking for this doll because it. You know what it reminds me of? Have you ever seen Jingle All the Way with Arnold Schwarzenegger? The good
Oh,
guy.
yeah.
Where he's like, I have to find the Turbo Man.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
if only you'd found a homeless man on the street selling a Turbo Man, because that's exactly how this woman finds this rare doll. That so this homeless guy's like, yeah, $50, and I'll give you the good guy doll, for your kid. And she's like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna fucking give you this so I can get the doll. Basically, the kid starts talking to the doll, and then like nobody believes him, and he's constantly like, "You should do this. You should do this." And he's like, "I'm talking to Chucky," and it's like, she like the mum's at work, and she's getting a friend to look after her. And then the friend's like, "Why did you turn the TV on?" And he's like, "I didn't. Chucky did. He wanted to watch the news because he's watching the news to see like where the people that he needs to get revenge are on." And then eventually, like, he just fucking. There's a scene of like he just shoves this woman out of a fucking apartment window and just fucking murders. I'm like, what the hell? And they're like, how? You know, there's a bunch of flour because he goes through the kitchen and they're like, what created these boot prints? And it's like you just see these little like good guy doll footprints, and he like hits her with like a toy hammer. But yeah, anyway,
so this is someone he killed, just like who like wronged him in his life.
For this woman, I think he just wanted to kill her. I think he was just like, fuck this person in particular, because he's like, you're a bitch.
Okay.
Chucky doesn't really talk too much in this film, because I feel like all the clips I've seen of Chucky have been like, I'm gonna fucking kill you, bitch. I'm a rude mouth little doll. But in this film, they very much try and play it off as, is the doll like really moving, or is it in my head sort of thing? Like, is this the first movie?
Yeah, I guess it's the first movie they get away with that, right? Yeah.
But yeah, so because I was like, how are they going to explain how this doll's come back to life, and is like, what's the plot going on here? The visual effects are really good. Like, they have mixtures of like animatronic like puppets, and then you have like kids in Chucky masks that walk around, and I think like the mixture of like practical effects they did for this film actually worked pretty well. Because like, you know, I talked about Nightmare on Elm Street, and I'm like, how did Freddy come back to life? Oh, a dog pissed on him in a fucking car junkyard, right?
Yeah. And you want to know how that happened.
So what's the story behind Chucky and Child's Play? Oh, it's voodoo. Yeah, he went to a voodoo guy, and he was like, "Yeah, I'll teach you how to move your soul into another person." He's like, they call him like the fucking Strangler, I think. I can't remember where it is because I thought it was in New York, but I think it is like, is it in Detroit or the Lakeshore Strangler? That's his nickname. I'm looking it up here. I always want to call it the Scranton Strangler, but that's from the American Office. Yeah. Yeah, basically, everyone thinks this child is killing people, and it's the doll, and they have to destroy. The plot is that he's getting a human heart, and he's starting to feel pain because they shoot him, and he's like, "I'm supposed to be immortal. Why am I feeling pain?" And it's like, "You're becoming a human." So then he's like, oh, "Okay, I don't want to live as a fucking Chucky doll this entire time. How do I move my soul out of this body into like it becoming a real person?" He's like, "You need to take the soul of the first person that you revealed yourself to, and that is the kid of the mother." So then the plot is he's gonna kidnap the kid, and he's gonna become the kid. And then there's this big like fight at the end because the police everyone in this film is so reasonable. It might be the best police officer I've seen in a film, where it's just like he desperately wants to investigate the crime, goes out of his way and works overtime to try and figure this out, does not
Oh my
believe the
God.
batshit insane stuff that this woman's saying to him about the haunted doll until it's proven that it's happening, and he's like, okay, I'm fully locked in and I'm going to help you. But yeah.
Wait, law enforcement doing their wait, what?
I
There's
mean,
no way.
every horror film you ever see is just like the
Yeah.
police are absolutely
Useless.
incompetent, useless people. Like to a point,
Wait.
I think it's like Halloween 4 or 5 or something, where literally anytime the police are on screen, they're playing like clown music the entire time. Like I shit
But
you
isn't there
not.
one? Isn't there one though? It's like the FBI man. Is it Jason? They managed to trick him into the house of blood.
Jason
isn't
goes
that
to hell or something?
surely that's them doing their job. That they're like, right, we're gonna trick Jason.
The one that starts with like they have this like bait and switch of this woman alone in a cabin, and Jason's like, I'm gonna murder her, and it's like freeze. She does like a combat roll, and then they blow him up and kill her. It's like it's like that episode of Star Trek Enterprise where the Vulcans come to Earth, and then the fucking Cockrum just shoots them. He's like, get the fuck off my planet.
If you see the first Contact movie, it was like obviously like back in time. It was like with the Vulcans with the Earth. Like it's the same setup. But instead of them going, oh yeah, it's peaceful, they just like start shooting them. It's like a mirror universe, or like the dark mirror, whatever it's called. Yeah, that's a great. It's a great intro because you're not expecting it because the title screen hasn't come up yet.
Yeah. Yeah, I watched Child's Play. I'm gonna watch more.
That sounds good.
Horror films at some point. We'll see.
Because like I never understood, like the premise has never like grabbed me, so I've never bothered to like try and watch it or anything. So I don't really care about.
It just seems like a film I'd be interested in. I don't think I talked about this either. I watched the Predator Badlands, the new Predator film from last year.
I didn't know that he even came out here.
It was in cinema for a while. I thought it was okay.
Is that a sequel to the?
It's such a weird. I don't know if is it a sequel, a prequel? I don't know. It just follows a random predator going on like a hunt to prove his worth, pretty much, and it turns into like this almost like buddy cop thing where he needs to find this creature. So he has like because it ties into the alien world as well because they have the androids from Yutani Corp, where you have like the alien's lost its legs, but it knows where to go. So he's like carrying around this alien, and then halfway through they find like this monkey character who has like indestructible skin, and it starts following them around. And I was just like, I don't know if what the Predator franchise was missing was a comic relief monkey, but like here we are. Like it's such a weird tone, this film. It's just like I don't know. It's fine. It's just the thing is I'm not a big fan of the Predator films to begin with anyway. So I'm just like whatever, you know? It's just sort of a dumb action film, and then they're just like it was almost like Marvel, like you know what I mean?
Like the quips and
the like Marvel
and
quips.
Like the tone. Yeah.
Yeah,
that doesn't. That's not what I'm looking for. Like, I've got. Yeah, I guess I'm more of an Alien fan than I am a. I think Predator's like a cool idea. I just feel like really shitly done most of the time.
Right. Let's talk about some anime stuff. I swear I'll try and be brief for some of these. Do you want to hear about the one that solo leveling fans are going to love, or do you want to hear about the one that solo leveling fans are going to hate? That's the real question.
I feel like the love one first. Surely.
Okay,
I feel like we listen to both. Surely.
Yeah, I'll talk about both. But
yeah,
Fate / Strange Fate. Have you ever heard of the Fate series?
Yes, I've heard of the Fate series, but it's so confusing.
It is so confusing.
I don't even know where to start.
Neither do I. So I think
I looked into it once.
Yeah. Like, so I think years ago I watched like 3 episodes of like Fate Zero, and
that's like a prequel, right? Because that's not.
I don't know. The thing is,
I think Fate Grand Order is the first. It's like the first like released like in reality.
But I think like all of them are almost like an anthology, like because the premise of the show is you're having like a Holy Grail war, and the idea is that you'll summon like these heroic spirits who are like actual real figures from history. So like in our current season of Fate, like Ayasaka has summoned Saber, which I know historically Saber's been like a woman, because the series I saw, Saber was a woman, but in this one it's a man, and it's based on
Right.
King Richard, so he is a completely
Okay.
different Saber, and he's fighting like King Gilgamesh from like Strange
Interesting.
Law, and then like you have like another character who's from the Watchtower, and his heroic spirit is Jack the Ripper. So it's like, and he's like,
What?
yeah,
Okay.
so he's because he's like, oh, you like the assassin? He's like, no, I'm the berserker class because Jack the Ripper was insane. Because they all have they're all like a heroic spirit, but they all have
Yeah.
like a class. So there's the archer. Because in this one, the archer is Hercules. But there's some interesting shit going on. But yeah, the Fate series, there's 5, and like I'll go to the discussion thread of episode 1 of this, and people will be like, "Oh my god, they mentioned Fate Zero, Fate Stay Night. They mentioned Fate. They made references to Fate Grand Order. They made references to 15 different Fate shows." And I'm like, "Bro, I have no fucking idea what's happening most of the time."
Yeah.
Like it feels like a complicated one to get into, but I was just like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna watch this one, and I'm just gonna try and watch it and see what happens. Because
if you're gonna start somewhere, fuck it.
But if you watch it and you just kind of be like, you know what, it's going to introduce 500 different characters constantly, and I'm not going to have an idea what's going on. It is a very, like, the one thing that I've seen said about the consistency about the Fate series, they never let it get poor animation. And I don't know if you know this, Tony, but it's animated by A1 Pictures, and A1 Pictures animators of Solo Leveling. I complain a lot about Solo Leveling, but I've never once complained about the animation quality. The fight stuff in this is really good.
Fate was on my list, like my original anime list, but I just kind of gave up on. I don't know. I might.
Well,
if I ever get back watching anime, I might get.
The reason I watched this one was because I've caught up on 2 shows, because I made like a list of all the stuff I was watching this anime season, because this anime season is about to finish. I think in like 2 or 3 weeks. We'll be in the spring season. There's stuff that's already kind of started as well. In the new season, but I was like, I want to check out Fate
next week
because it sounds interesting. Because I haven't told you the premise of this one, why it's interesting. And Journal with Witch, which I have to talk about Journal with Witch after this, because Journal with Witch might be the best thing I've seen this year. And
I feel like you've already talked about stuff that's been really. I guess this year. I guess I'm thinking like previous season maybe, but yeah.
I said Sentence to Be a Hero was the favorite thing I've seen so far this season.
Right.
But yeah, anyway, so the Fate series. I say like Solo Leveling. There's no characters and there's no story. Fate. There's too many characters and there's too much story. Every 2 seconds, they introduce a character that goes, and I am doing this evil plot for my own gain, and I work for the government and we secretly have been doing this. And then there's like, but no, there's this other plot. Like, but there's a fucking vampire who is now in the Holy Grail War, and the church doesn't want a fucking vampire to win the Holy Grail War. So we all have to try and stop this guy. Because I think there is some interesting characters. Like obviously I love Saber. I think Saber's consistently one of the more interesting characters, and he's just an absolute goofball. I like how they go into the lore of King Richard and how like his deep lore is that like he just really wanted to be King Arthur, and he spent his entire time just on a. They go into like the history of King Richard is like he was known as the Wandering King because he was constantly just out looking for like the King Arthur's Excalibur. But the way his character works is he just like he has so much belief that his swords will be powerful. He can turn like a stick into like a powerful sword, which I was like, that's power scaling I can get behind. Like just that's orc level of power scaling, you know.
That literally is.
Yeah. But
I'd love to see a Warhammer
there's like
in a different franchise.
So like Heracles, as they call him, or Hercules, whichever way you want to say it.
Yeah, so Heracles is the more closer like pronunciation, like less like English size.
But his master is like, oh, I'm literally because so the way you have a mage who's like a magic user, and they make a contract with a heroic spirit, and then they're like, I'm going to use your mana, and then however mana you have is kind of like my power scaling because I have to use your energy.
Yeah.
This guy is like, he's like a mafia boss, and he's like, I don't give a shit if I tell you to kill this person, fucking kill them. Heracles is like, oh, I have humanity. So every mage has command seals, which are these like tattoos on their hands, right? And immediately he's like, I want you. He commands him to like lose all of his humanity, and we just have like Berserker Heracles. And Berserker Heracles is like, he rides on this demonic 3-headed Cerberus, and it looks pretty cool. But Tony, there's so many fucking. There's this woman who summons what I can only describe as a Big Daddy from BioShock. There's the assassin class who is like rebelling against their master because their master's a fucking vampire and is against humanity. One of our mages has been turned into heroic spirit. One of our contestants, because it's like a battle royale thing that's going on where they all fight to. The way you summon the Holy Grail is you kill the other masters, and that fills up the Holy Grail in order to grant the wish of the person who wins the Holy Grail war. I don't know, like, I really don't understand the universe of Fate, because it's like, we have this all-powerful Grail that can do anything, and it's just like, yeah, we'll just watch over that and then see who wins that. Surely if you had the power to do that, you would do something bigger or just change everything with that sort of power.
Maybe the wars get so big that you can't do that. I don't know. I don't understand the universe either. So I don't understand what the limitations are.
There was like one of them is like, there's a girl in a coma and she has like a cursed spirit that's like killing people, and it's like her parents, like they manifested this, like you made it happen. I don't know what's going on there. The government's involved in this. There's a fucking mage society that lives in Big Ben. They're somehow involved in this. I don't know what the fuck is going on. I'm just following the small plots, like, Saber learning to play the guitar. That's the stuff I'm just like, what's going on there? Because his master Isuka is like, I'm not a mage. I don't know what the fuck is going on. And then there'll be like characters like, and I'm a god, and everyone's like, oh my god, a god is involved, and they're not a heroic spirit, and I don't understand any of the power scaling for like, because one of the characters is a god, some of them are like kings, some of them are like Jack the Ripper. Jack the Ripper is one of the more interesting characters, because he's like, Jack the Ripper's my pseudonym. If I won the Holy Grail War, I'd want to find out who I actually am. And his thing was, other than being like a guy from fucking London who just murdered a bunch of women, right? He had like so many pseudonyms and he would trick people. So he's just like, I don't actually know who I am, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Anyway,
lost the time.
The thing that makes this interesting, Tony, and also makes it even more confusing, is this is a fake Holy Grail war, because every Holy Grail war so far has taken place in Japan. This Holy Grail war is taking place in Las Vegas, USA. And it is absolutely, they're turning up to 11 with the fucking like visuals and what's going on. You have like roulette tables in every other scene. Also, another thing, apparently Holy Grail wars are supposed to be in secret, and people are just like straight up just blowing up buildings in public. I don't know what's going on with this Holy Grail war thing.
The government will cover that up.
They have been showing the government like, then there was a strange gas explosion at this building the other day, and it's just like, yeah, okay. The solo leveling fans will love this. Is why I was. I don't hate this. I'll keep watching it. It's fine. I'm just very confused what's going on. I'm just kind of along here for the ride. There is some more interesting characters. That I'm like, oh, okay. I want to see what's going on with this guy or this character. But for the most part, it's just like, let's just have people talk about weird plots and then have fight scenes for some reason.
I guess in a way, I guess all you want, isn't it? A reason for the fight scenes. But I guess you'd have a plot that you care about, and the reason they're fighting is integral with that. But I guess maybe it is. From what I've heard,
every Fate series is like this in the sense that it will
Yeah.
introduce 30 different characters with all different plots, and it will just constantly move between them. But this is like Fate, because this is a fake Holy Grail War. So they've been, I think it's Alexander Dumas, like the guy who wrote like the Three Musketeers, has been like forging weapons and stuff for the Holy Grail War, and like actual heroic spirits have been summoned into this fake Holy Grail War. I'm just gonna put it on and turn my brain off. I don't know. Like I'm very confused.
Yeah. You just find the smaller plots, so if that makes sense.
If there's
right?
like, oh, this character from this show showed up, I'm just like, okay, I don't know who they are, but I'm here.
Yeah. Would it be kind of like, oh, Worf shows up and I don't explain anything? It's like, well,
Yeah, if you hadn't
this
seen Star
character
Trek
showed up.
and you've never seen Star Trek, you're watching Deep Space Nine and Worf shows up,
Yeah.
and you're just like, who's this guy?
Who's it? Why do you care about this character?
Yeah.
But then the fans like, oh my god, he's back! Someone's back in his role.
Yeah, this is one of the like higher rated shows this season. And I kind of,
Okay.
if you've seen every other Fate show, you're fucking loving this right now. But as somebody who's like, fuck it, I'm just gonna start here. It's fine, but a bit confusing. I don't know where you would start without having to watch like 500 different Fate. That's the problem, is these Fate shows can be like 20 episodes long from like 15, 20 years ago.
I think the thing I want to judge, I just want to watch them like in order of release. That's what I want to really do. Is just like just show me the very first one.
I ain't got time for that. I'll just watch it here.
No, like that's what I mean. Is like I was vaguely like it came. I can't remember why I found Fate like on the like. It's like, oh, that's kind of interesting. I don't know why I wanted to watch it. It's been so long now. It's like it was interesting to me, and then kind of doing that. This is really confusing. Do I really want to watch it that much?
Does that work? I don't know.
But yeah.
Anyway,
it's one of those shows that you need like a list to like if you want to watch it. Like oh, here's the watch plan.
So
I just feel like you shouldn't be needing that. Just name your series correctly.
I love let's talk about Journal with it. I love like shitting on Solo Leveling fans and Solo Leveling because it's just like it's like a show that so many anime fans have seen, especially no anime fans, to be like, it's a show that is just about the animation and there is zero context, or like it's just like there's no characters and story and stuff. This is a show that is all about like characters and the world and the story. The reason I didn't watch this initially was because I was like, what is this show about? It's called Journal with Witch. I was like, is it an isekai? Is it a fantasy? Is it about witch? No, it's not a fantasy show. It's about like a writer and her niece.
Interesting. Okay.
And then I looked at it, I was like, oh, Josei. So demographics wise, usually when you look at a show, it's like, I talked about in the past shonen shows. It's like shonen is like shows for younger boys or teenagers, and then you have like seinen, which is like shows for younger men or older men and adults. But shonen usually gets bunched in with fighting shows because usually a lot of fighting like battle shows are shonen. Yeah, and then you have the other side, which is the women's side, which is shoujo, which is like the main demographic is young girls, and then you have josei, which I believe josei is literally just Japanese for lady or woman.
Okay.
So that's what, but that this is like for older women, is what they're saying. But like a lot of the times, shoujo and josei gets lumped in with romance, and it's like, oh, okay, for women, it's going to be a romance show.
Women only watch romance, apparently.
So I looked at this and I went, it's a josei show and it's called Witch. Is it a fantasy romance? No, it's not at all. It is oh God, how do I describe this show? It is a drama show. So I'll just,
okay.
Did I send you the video link? Does that work? I feel like it's going to be easier if you like watch the actual trailer. It's a drama show, but it's like, It's about so there's this 15-year-old girl. She's called Asa, and both of her parents die in a fatal car crash. And she's like, she's immediately she's like, what do I do? Like, she's not sure what's going to go on with her life, but she's not like crushed. She's not super sad. Like, it's a show about grief, but it's like, I've talked about in the past, like slow burn romance or like slow shows like Better Call Saul or something like that.
Yeah.
She's not sure how to feel, and she's
kind
kind
of
of
disconnected from the whole
going
thing.
through everything. Like the multiple times of the show, she starts to think about things, and it's like she physically like teleports to this. She doesn't actually, but she's like metaphorically teleports to this desert, where she's just like, I don't know how to feel. But she goes to the funeral and she meets her auntie, and her auntie's like, I hated your mother. I won't explain why, because I don't want to ruin your idea of who your mother was. But if you want to come and live with me in this tiny apartment, I will look after you. And I won't promise you like I can give you everything you want, but I can give you a place to stay. And the show is about the relationship between an estranged auntie and the daughter that her sister left behind. And it's fucking brilliant. They like, because the aunt, she's a writer, so she gives her a journal, and she's like, you should try writing something down every day. It's why it's called Journal with Witch, because she writes these like fantasy stuff, but it's very like emotional stuff where she's like writing down, like using fantasy as a way to express like characters' emotions. And she's like, I think the thing that's really good is she's like, it's okay to not understand. It's okay to not know what to write or not understand how to feel. And I think this is something that people, because people, when they watch shows about like grief and stuff, they're like, oh, people should cry and be upset, and then they should get over it, right? But it's like, no, this is a kid who is going into high school, and both of their parents have just died, and they're moving into an apartment with their estranged auntie. They have no fucking idea how to feel. And it's like experiencing like their relationships with their friends, with their adults, how they're supposed to feel. There's so many great characters in this. Like, that she has a friend who's like, it feels like she's discovering that she doesn't like boys. She's just like, I don't want a boyfriend. Like, or like she's talking to other characters. Like, there's the ex-boyfriend of the novelist who is in her life and helps her out, but they're not together, but they still have this strong relationship with each other. There's lots of like different like that. And oh my God, like as the show slowly goes on, Tony, you see like the weight of what's happened slowly start to like push down on her, and she's starting to realize what's happened. It's fucking heartbreaking, man. When she's like, you're getting through this, and like, because she keeps falling asleep, and she doesn't realize that she's falling asleep. Like, she's literally going through like the stages of grief. Like, she gets fucking angry, and she's like, because she goes to school for her graduation, and her friend tells the teacher like her parents died, and the teacher goes around and tells everyone like, don't bring this up. And she's like kicking a bench. She's like, how dare you fucking let me be known as the person with the dead parents? Like, she's fucking pissed off. Like, the whole time it's going on as well, Tony. I talked about it as well a lot. Kensuke Shio's soundtrack. The second I heard it play, I was like, that's Kensuke Shio. Fucking incredible soundtrack. But yeah, like, Tony, this show is all about people having conversations in a small apartment. And this is why I'm like, Solo Leveling fans would hate this, but this show is fucking incredible. And I almost didn't watch this because I looked at the page for it and I was like, I don't even know what this is. I feel like this show has a really hard time advertising itself because it's really hard to describe what this show is about. It's kind of a drama. It's kind of about like life. It's like a slow burn grief. It's about relationships with people. But yeah, the Journal with Witch is probably the best thing I've seen this year. Like this is really good. I understand why people like this.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, I would recommend this show.
Yeah, it sounds very interesting.
Yeah.
Wait, is this on? So is this ongoing?
Yeah, there's
Okay.
it comes out today actually. There's going to be
Okay.
13 episodes. We're on episode 11 today.
Okay.
But
Okay.
it's like it does this weird tone thing where it's like, hey, sad stuff has happened to you. You're sad, but it's also like, but life goes on. And I've heard
Yeah.
people describe Asa as like a boring character, but I'm like, yeah, but people are fucking bored. Like she's a realistic.
Yeah.
I think the thing with Journal with Witch
Yeah.
which makes it great is people in this show are fucking realistic. They're not like
Yeah.
ulting every 2 seconds, shouting, and getting him like.
Yeah, they're not hyper a hyper realistic version of a real person
If you were
with
like,
extreme
if you had
emotions
someone
and
who's like,
outbursts.
I'm not watching anime, it's just people, going absolutely ballistic with their emotions every 2 seconds. Show them Journal with Witch, because they will be like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, you can just make a show about
Yeah.
regular people. Yeah. But yeah, I watched a movie. I was gonna just watch my weekly anime stuff, and then every server for Crunchyroll fucking died, so I couldn't use
Oh, no.
Crunchyroll. So I was like, okay, I'll go and watch a movie. So I watched A Silent Voice. This was one that has been recommended a lot. This came out in like 2016, so it was around the same time as like Your Name, which is another like really big film that came out. Because I watched Your Name as well, and this was billed as a romance film. So I was like, oh, okay, it's gonna be like a romance film. I'd say this is more like a drama film. There was like a romance in it, but it's more about like the relationships between characters. Like so, it starts off and we have our character Ishida, and a deaf girl starts going to his school, and basically nobody really understands what's going on because they're all kids, and they immediately just start bullying the fuck out of this girl. Basically, he keeps stealing like her hearing aids and destroying them, and they're all like picking on this girl, and eventually she like moves school and he doesn't see her again, and the entire time she's like saying in sign language like me and you Tomodachi, like she's saying like we should be friends, because she doesn't, I don't think she fully grasps what's going on. Like she's always so positive. Like the entire time I'm watching this, I'm like, Nishimima is a fucking angel. Like the deaf girl. Like she is like so tolerant of people. It's crazy. But yeah, basically he does this, and because as a result of this, he's like blaming his other friends for her having to move school, and he gets like his other friends stop talking to him, and he basically is like becomes super lonely, and they start like kind of bullying him as well. And he's like, this is at the start of the film, he's like, I'm gonna fucking kill myself. Like it's evident that he's got like a calendar and he's crossing it off, and it's got to a point where he can't even look at people's faces anymore. All he sees is X's on them, and it's like, I can't like keep living like this. But then he's like, well, before I go, I need to have a conversation with Nishima, and that's what kind of starts their relationship again. He starts talking to her, and he's like, yeah, I want to, but I kind of want to talk to Nishimura again. Like we were feeding the ducks, and he's like, I found this coupon for bread, and I have this strong sense that I have to speak to her again. And they start like this relationship. But as he starts this relationship with Nishima, he starts making other relationships with other people, and he gets like friends, and they come together. Because he speaks to her, and he speaks to her in sign language, because this entire time he's felt bad about what he did, and he's learned sign language, and that's really confused her. That surprised her, I should say.
Yeah.
But yeah, the story is like it's less about, because there is like this relationship between him and Nishima. Because at the start of the film, I saw what like Ishida does to her, and I'm like, there's no way I can like this character, because the shit they're doing is insane. And then by the end of it, you're like, I love this character, I love him.
Right.
Um,
Okay.
but it's like the whole idea of a silent voice is like, is it like it's a redemption story? It's like, can people be redeemed for the actions they did? Because
Yeah.
there's other characters who are also bullying Nishinima, and they come back into the story because he meets them, and they still hate her, and he's trying to like bring them back together. And yeah, there's a lot of stuff from this film, but it's a really good film. I think like the thing that makes it interesting is, I won't go into like, all the stuff that happens because of spoilers, because I think this is a film really worth watching.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, yeah. Again, as soon as you hear the soundtrack, I'm like, that's Kensuke Oshio. He's just fucking killing it with the soundtrack again. He always does these really like slow pace soundtrack. You can hear like the clocks ticking, and like the piano, and the slow percussion, and just creates this wonderful, beautiful atmosphere as you're watching these things. But yeah, stuff happens in the film. And because I went into it and it was listed as like a romance, and I was like,
Yeah, it sounds more like dealing with, I don't know. Yeah, I guess redemption, dealing with life and romance.
yeah, it's this idea of like who deserves to be redeemed, and how do you like forgiving yourself and others.
Yeah. How do you start doing it for yourself? Yeah.
Because like as the film goes on, like he's like, the X's on people's faces start to fall off, and he starts to see people again. Because he's like, there's this whole idea that he doesn't deserve to live, he doesn't deserve to talk to Nishimima, he doesn't deserve to have friends. And he just
Yeah.
like, it's this idea that even when you're feeling like this, you can get out of this whole sort of thing through building relationships with people and learning to not blame yourself for every action you did as a child and when you were younger, right?
Yeah. I'm moving on and doing better stuff now.
Mm. But yeah, I thought it was really good, because I was looking, because the only thing I would have liked is if the ending was a bit more satisfying. Because I went into this being like, this is a romance show. That's what it says on Crunchyroll. It's like, this is a romance show, and I'm like, cool, a romance film. And then you go on My Anime List, and it's like, this is a drama, and I'm like, yeah, this is much more of a drama than it is a romance.
Yeah.
Film. I really like this. And then I heard that basically somebody was like, hey, if you like people were, because it was a manga. There was like a serialized manga, and then they turned it into a film, and people were saying, I wish they turned it into a TV series instead. I think the film stands really well. I mean, it's the number 20th ranked thing on Manus. Like, people love this film. I think it's really good.
That shows and films, that list.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. That's pretty high up, yeah.
But yeah, it's really, but I was like, oh, people are like, well, the author did do another show. They did do another series, and it got turned into a series if you want to see what that's like. So I was like, okay, maybe I'll watch that as my next thing. So I've been watching To Your Eternity, because I was interested to see like what a show by the same author would be like. It's a different animation studio, but it's the same, like, because I was like, oh, the characters and the story is really strong from the film. So let's see what else there's. This show is really interesting. It's a weird show.
When did the show come?
When did it come out?
Yeah, just vaguely.
So this is started airing in 2021.
Okay, somewhat recent.
I didn't know this, but it's like currently airing like the 3rd season of this. I've watched Now, at the moment, I've watched the first series, which is like 20 episodes. I'm halfway through the second series. And then the third series is about to finish in the current era stuff. But basically, the main premise is that an orb gets dropped. There's this like ancient wizard alien. I don't know what you would call him. He calls him Mr. Black. He basically drops his orb on the earth, and he just wants it to learn. So initially, it gets dropped on a rock, and it becomes a rock. And then like a wolf comes near it and dies, so it becomes the wolf. And it has like, it's not just like, oh, and then it goes back to this area where it turns out this wolf had a master who was this like white-haired kid, and he's like, I want to go and explore and meet people, so he goes with him, but he's in this like remote Arctic area, and every time he tries to go out, he keeps like getting injured, and eventually this guy dies, and then he becomes this guy because he's like, oh, okay, so I'll learn what it is to be a human, because the only way he can become someone is if they die. But it's not like, hey, I am a human now. I am now speaking complete English sentences, like, you know, a lot of other shows would do to cheat, to just be like, we want this character to interact with this character. Let's make them a human. No, he has no fucking idea what the concept of speaking is. I think this is one of the strengths of the show.
So when it learned to be, I guess it can learn the form very easily, but not how to act, I guess.
No, like, so it comes into contact with like this Native American kid who is like throwing, because when it becomes a human, Tony, it's like it has no concept. It has to live, so it keeps dying over and over again. But our main character, which I will call Fushi now, because that's what he gets called in the show, because Fushi means immortal. He can't die. It's an immortal thing. So basically, he walks off a cliff and dies, and then he takes a couple of days, regenerates, and then he comes back to life. His story starts when he meets a March, which is like this Native American girl, and she wants to be a mama because she plays with these little dolls, and she was like, I want to grow up so badly. And then she's basically, there's like a more affluent region, and they're taking her off to sacrifice to the god of the forest. Yeah,
as you do,
the classic. And then she's like, he's like, because he's been a dog for like years, like probably like 2 years or something. So she's like throwing pears at him, and he's just like taking them and scoffing them down, and then she's like leading him along with pears because he's like a dog in human form at this point. And she's like teaching him how to, like, she grabs his jaw with her hands, and she's like, arigato. And she's like showing him how to say thank you, and then like you have this wolf, because he goes into the wolf form. He's like, arigato, like he's like learning to like how to actually speak. Like they go like one step at a time. They're not just like skipping through everything. But basically, the show actually reminds me of like the show Orb, like, despite the fact that it is about an actual orb initially. It's
a literal orb this time.
The show Orb is about like not the individual characters and the people, but the grander message of knowledge. And this is just like, this is a show about a character progressing through the world and learning how to live, or what it means to live for an immortal person. And like every character he comes into contact, when they die, they become a part of him because he can become them. And they all have their different, like, March is really good at climbing trees because she's like this Native American girl. And like, eventually, like, he comes into contact with like Goo. Oh, the story of Goo breaks my heart. I love Goo. Goo basically is this kid who gets like, there's a lot of like weird, interesting characters. Like Goo wears this chameleon mask the entire time because a log fell on his head and he became disfigured. So, and every time he shows his face, everyone is like, he's a monster. But he basically is like Fushi is my brother, and they like start they because he lives in this. There's this guy called the Booze Man who's growing these booze things, and he makes these weird masks. And he goes to live with him because he used to work on a farm, but nobody wants to work with him at the farm because he's become disfigured, Gugu. And
Right.
it's the story of how like Fushi interacts with him, and he like starts working at the booze shop, and he teaches him how to like clean and do stuff. And he's in love with like this other girl who's like the son of a countess or something, and Gugu, and how he like interacts with her, and he wants to come and see her, but he's like terrified of her seeing his real face. There's lots of like interesting characters, but then as he's going through the world, because I was like, bro, if he just retired and lived with Gugu and Boozman and PR Run forever, I'd be so happy because I love these characters and he's chilling here. The issue is there's these creatures called the Knockers that come, and they try and take his forms. So they like he can't die, but like he turns into March, and then the Knockers like they're like these flesh orbs, and they have like tentacles, and they like they like steal his form, and he can no longer turn to that person. They're like a white hole in his memory. He doesn't remember who they are anymore. He can't become them.
Right.
And Gugu helps him like fight these things, and the Booze Man, because like he got disfigured, and the Booze Man brought him back to life, and he was like, oh yeah, I put a bunch of booze in your stomach because I wanted to see what booze would taste like if I brewed it inside a human. But the one thing Gugu realizes is like, oh, I can blow all this alcohol out of my stomach with the fire, and we can use the fire to defeat the Knockers. So he helps him defeat the Knockers. But then as like Fushi evolves and he gets new abilities, because he's like, oh, the Knockers can't deal with fire. The Knockers start becoming stone, so they can't be affected by the fire. So it's like,
right.
He progresses. He progresses through life, and he interacts with characters, and these characters become part of him, and he uses these people to get stronger. But also, his enemy is becoming stronger, and he's immortal. So, like these people that like, because I was watching the OP for the To You Eternity. I'm like, this spoils the entire show. It's like this character, this happens to them, but the entire point of the show is like people die and Fushi doesn't, and how they like their lives impact his.
Yeah.
But it's a really interesting show. I would say it's worth a look at.
Yeah.
It's a really weird plot.
You said it's ongoing.
Yeah, it's ongoing. I don't know if the manga's finished. But there's tons of great characters from what I've been seeing in season 2, like Prince Bon, the eccentric knight of the Purple Kingdom. And yeah, I'd recommend it. It's a good show.
Yeah.
I think that's all I have to talk about in anime stuff. Do you want to talk about some game stuff?
Yeah.
If I'm not taking up to, I know we've been going for a while, so let me know if you get time.
Oh yeah, but I've been waiting. Okay. People watching, listening. I was promised an explanation for why they're playing a particular game. And apparently it's a belter of a reason. I need to understand why.
So
why are you playing?
Why am I playing Captain Toad's?
Heroes.
Why am I playing Captain Toad's Treasure Tracker? I can tell you right now. I'm pulling it up.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
Okay, so Tony, I've finished Breath of the Wild, which we talked about last time.
Yes.
So I don't go too into it.
Yeah. But, you're pretty close to finishing then, right?
I think I had like 2 Divine Beasts, and I knew exactly how to finish the game, but I was just like kind of being like, I'm just going to keep looking around and exploring.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't sure that I wanted to finish the game at that point, or I wanted to get stronger or see what else I could do, right?
Yeah.
But I initially I was just like farming, because there's these guardians that you can kill to get their ancient parts to upgrade the ancient armor, and I was like, oh, okay, I'll go where the guardians are to get that ancient armor. And then I was like, oh, there's a bunch of guardians in Hyrule Castle. Let me go into Hyrule Castle. And as I was in Hyrule Castle, like, clearing out the guardians, I was like, oh, I'm fairly sure, like, Ganon's in this room. Maybe I should just go and see if I can fight Ganon. And then I did, and I was like, well, maybe I won't be able to win. But I'll just go and fight him. And I was like, oh, no, I just defeated Ganon. I beat the game. Like,
Right.
I'm not sure, like... What was I going to say? Because I was like, Breath of the Wild is like a... Some people said, oh, Breath of the Wild can be a challenging game. I think at the point in the game I was at, like, I was farming Guardians, and I was like... The way the Breath of the Wild works is it's almost like... a From Software game, where I'm like, I died to Genichiro like 30 times. I don't think it's as hard as like a From Software game.
Yeah,
but I'm like,
similar concepts.
I think Breath of the Wild is brilliant in the way that it is a constant tutorial the entire time you're playing it.
Yeah.
In which, like, it's like, how do I become stronger? You need stronger armor, because that's one of the permanent things, right? Because your weapons break. So you're like, oh, I constantly have to try different weapons to, you know, try out different things. Because they didn't want you... Because, like, literally, if they gave you the Master Sword and they were like, oh, this sword never breaks, you would probably never try anything else.
Yeah. I've seen people complain about, like, the single... I guess not single... Like, the limited weapons, but I think, yeah, it's like just trying to
Well,
use it.
I was complaining about the first because I was constantly, like, going back to town to buy arrows, but then after playing it, I'm like, oh, no, I get it. Like, the design is there, like... Because it's like, to get stronger, I'm going to upgrade my Berserker armor, and I'm going to fight Lionels. And as you fight Lionels, you're like, oh, I have to parry, and I have to dodge and flurry attack. And as you fight the Lionels, which are, like, some of the hardest enemies in the game, it teaches you to, get stronger at the game. And then you go, by the time you go into the Ganon fight, you're like, oh, okay, I know exactly what I need to do, sort of thing.
I thought it was supposed like the armor's like has different, like you're using different armor in different areas of the map, right?
Yeah.
Because like if weapon, you just have one good weapon, that wouldn't really work in the same way.
But yeah, I think by the time I was at Ganon, I was like, I was ready. I was like, oh, okay, I actually know exactly what I need to do, sort of thing. Which is good. Like,
yeah, that makes sense. Like you just feel like
I'd been playing the tutorial of Breath of the Wild the entire time.
Yeah.
And I just didn't know it yet, which is, I think, quite possibly the best tutorials design you can have. And I was gonna rate it, and I was like, ooh, what range? Because initially I was like, well, 4.5 stars because it's really good. And then I was like, why is it not 5 stars? And then I was like, literally, there's no reason this game shouldn't be a perfect game. I think Breath of the Wild is probably a perfect game for me.
Yeah, that makes sense. I think it's really cool. There's some like, because like I haven't really looked into it. It's like you showing it off like last time, and then like not off stream and like just on Discord sort of thing. It's like really interesting game design, like just in terms of like, how the areas are set out, and like I really like the fact there's different armors. There's different reasons to have different armors. I really like that. Like I feel like more games should do that.
Because I was like, oh, if I'm going to fight Ganon, I need to upgrade the Barbarian armor, so I need to kill these Lionels. And when I went to fight Ganon, I was like, oh, fuck it. I'm just going to send it and just wear this level 1 Barbarian armor that doesn't have the set bonus. And I just fucking killed him. And I was just like, oh, I in my brain, I expected it to be a much harder than it was. But by that point in the game, I had all the knowledge and the... Because like, as you're playing... Because to get to Ganon, you defeat the Divine Beasts, and as you fight the Divine Beast, it teaches you like different mechanics. And the thing with Breath of the Wild is it's basically like an immersive sim game because of all like the systems that come together, like, and how the game teaches you is really cool. Like, it's like there was a shrine where it's like you need to put boiled eggs into this shrine. I'm like, how do I boil an egg? And then I saw like a steam vent next to me. And then it was like, I found a boiled egg in the steam vent, and I put an egg into the steam vent, and I steamed the eggs through the geyser sauna thing, right? And that's not something I would have like known to do myself. I would have never been like, oh yeah, I need to take this egg and put it into like that can boil it. But I guess it makes sense when you think about it. It's like, oh, you can boil water by using boiling hot water, right?
Yeah. It's just like you know the base things to do it. You just need to find it around, do it yourself. Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, I do like that. They're more open ways to complete stuff, and then you can kind of. I guess that example maybe not exactly, but the other ones is like more generic. Like just you need to do this, then you can kind of complete it in your own way.
Yeah, I think. Or if I pull it, I can't get to that guy, can I? I don't think it's gonna matter.
Try and solve some puzzle. Anyway, this isn't Zelda.
No, this is Captain Toad's Treasure Tracker.
So yes, you played Zelda.
Yeah.
Well, sorry, Breath of the Wild.
I completed Breath of the Wild, and then I was like, I just finished this huge game.
Yeah.
But I knew Pokopia was coming out in like a week, so I was like, I don't want to start another game because then I'll be like not wanting to play it, or I'll either be wanting to play it and I won't be playing Pokopia, or I'll be wanting to I'll just end up not playing it if it's like a game where it's a bigger game. So I was like, I'll play a smaller game. And I was like, oh, I have Captain Toad's Treasure Tracker because this is one of the games that got like a Switch 2 update. Like a small like free Switch 2 update is just like a resolution bump.
Okay. At free?
Yeah. So they did like a bunch of like, hey, these
cool.
Switch 1 games, we're just going to increase the resolution. You don't have to pay to upgrade them.
Yeah, that's very. I like that. That's good.
But yeah, this was one of those, and sorry, I'm getting distracted. I'm trying to find a little pixel toad.
Okay, I don't know what that is, but okay.
So this is one of the things with Captain Toad's Treasure Tracker is he's underneath there, isn't he? I see him. Each mission you do like a puzzle, and then you also have to look around it again to find a little pixel toad as like a bonus objective. And then you have like a challenge like this one. It's like get the 1-up mushroom, wherever that is, which I think is probably where that little blue toad is, where the pixel toad is. But I was like, Captain Toad's Treasure Tracker. It's a simple little puzzle game. This is my kind of puzzle game, Tony, because you know me in puzzle games. I'm very bad at them usually, but I'm like, oh, I could do this puzzle game because it's very like slow pace and it's not overly complicated.
Yeah, I think some.
But I love the art style of this, where you have like this. It feels like this little diorama, and the puzzle's not just in going around and pulling switches, but it's also like how you observe the level, like how you look at it.
Yeah.
But I wanted something that I could pick up and put down, and this felt like the right thing. Because I was like,
just do one level.
Yeah, I can do a level and then come back, and then.
Yep. You know what? It's not like, oh, you need to learn time between levels. You have to remember, like a Metroidvania or something.
But Pokopia came out, and I was like, okay, I can play. Dropped Captain Toad's Treasure Tracker and play Pokopia. What I didn't realize, Tony, was that that fucking Slay the Spire 2 was coming out on the exact same day Pokopia came out. I was like, oh,
yeah.
Like I've been waiting for Slay the Spire. I was like, oh, it's coming out next year. So I was like, okay, next year is next year. That's fine. And then next year comes, and I'm like, oh shit, it's out now.
Yeah.
So
it kind of snuck up. Yeah.
My plan of being like, I'll just play Pokopia didn't work because I was then like, oh shit, I want to play Pokopia and Slay the Spire, and I've been playing both of them. But yeah, so this was a game I was playing in between.
I actually almost pick up and put down Slay the Spire too, but
I don't know. I'm like, I'll do one run and then like an hour later, I'm like, oh, okay, maybe one more run.
I think theoretically it could be, but it maybe not in practice.
But yeah, Captain Toad's Treasure Tracker is a fun little puzzle game, basically. there's not really much story to it. It's just like pick up and put down fun. What do you want to talk about next? Do you want to talk about another 2026 game? Should we talk about Super Battle Golf?
Super Golf.
Yes, this is a game I've been playing. What would you do? So you know me, Tony. I'm a golf sicko. I love golf games.
Yeah.
How do I change? Okay, there we go. I love the music in this. It's just like a. So I saw this and I'm like, it's Golf Mario Kart is probably the best way I could describe it.
Yeah, I did see you play this a little bit. It just seemed to be like it's basically how quickly you can get to the hole as well, right?
Yeah. So the way the score works in this is you have a score based on how quickly you get your ball into the hole. You have a score based on how many hits it takes for you to get it in, and then you have a score for how many times you hit your teammates with fucking objects.
Okay, interesting. Because we were playing around your birthday, like
yeah, we played.
Switch,
I don't think we talked about this because the last podcast we did this was before my birthday.
Yeah.
So for my birthday, I had like you and a couple of other guys round, and I was like, we'll just have a couple people round, and then I'm like, let's play some games on the Switch because I got a bunch of like Switch 1 games I want to try. I want to try out like Nintendo Switch Sports.
Yeah, which was fantastic, by the way.
Which
but
like,
man, Switch Wii or Switch like sports golf is so much better than all other golf stuff, in my opinion.
Because I was like, so basically, I just forced you guys to play golf games. Because I was like, let's play golf on the Switch Sports, and then I made you play Mario Golf. Which we tried it with the motion controls, and I was like, bro, the motion controls must make no sense.
Guys, I somehow won.
Yeah.
I was losing until the end, and somehow I won.
So we were playing with motion controls, where you pass the controller on Mario Golf. And then like they were like, oh, I'm gonna play Bomberman, and I have the ability to summon bombs when they land on here, and it was just like none of that stuff happened, and I was like, is this only for like the
everyone has a controller?
The controller based stuff, not the motion control stuff. Because I did play like a round of Mario Golf, just with
just by
myself with the controller. And I was like, oh no, I think this is actually more fun. But I only have like the Joy-Cons and the
because it has to be Joy-Cons, right?
For the motion control stuff, yeah,
maybe just without motion control would be better. I just feel like though it's like you can't. It's like the Wii or Switch sports golf, like it's done really well. I feel like it is arcadey, but you're still like swinging it and trying to get the power right. Like it's just something satisfying about that. I came last in that one, by the way. That's how I knew I should have come first in the Mario one.
Yeah, we played that. I played Mario Kart. Oh, big news update. Played Mario Kart World. I got my first ever Knockout Tour online win. I was so proud.
What about friends like they got rid of a blue shell coming at you, and like they tanked some of the damage coming at you, so you could become first.
Yeah, we got to top 4, and I was playing it with my friend online.
Yeah.
Because you can do that on your local console. Oh, you can do it online now as well. They've changed that.
Yeah, with the updates, yeah.
But basically, we got to top 4, and then my friend Chris was like, right, that's it, I'm playing defense. So he was just holding back everyone else, and I was in the front, and I was like, this is it. This is how I win. The world first.
He airhorned a blue shell, then like tanked a red shell or something. It's like, what the hell is going on?
He was playing defense. He was making sure I got that win for my birthday, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, so I like golf games. I think they're fun, like especially like weird arcadey golf games.
Yeah,
But this is a golf game designed to piss off your friends as much as possible, and that is exactly what I am looking for. So as you're trying to hit this ball across, you get pickups. That's why I'm saying it's like Mario Kart, where you get these item boxes.
Yeah.
And basically, as you're hitting your ball, somebody will be like shooting a gun at you. You will be like someone. What I like to do is I'll go to an actual match. You can like plant mines in front of somebody's ball, so when they go to hit it, it like explodes on them.
It's more of an active golf game instead of a turn-based thing.
It's very much just like golf with your friends. The way we play it is like we're gonna play like a relaxing golf game and just have no timer, no shot count, and just go whenever you want. This is more like a go golf game. Like just freaking send it as quickly as possible. First place, nice shot. I feel like people who made this game were very Swedish based on how they speak.
I think as well as like the fact that you tossing the ball also blows up and forces other balls. Like,
because like one of the items is like as somebody's about to hit the ball, you can blow an air horn and it makes them hit the ball like randomly at max power. So you just have like one of your friends is trying to get it into the green, and then you're at the green and you're like air horn. They send it flying off into the ocean, so they take like a penalty strike. But the way the game's designed is like. It's designed to keep you in it. So when your ball goes into the ocean, it'll just like respawn on top of you, so you can keep playing. But it will hit you on the head and stun you for a bit to punish you.
Yeah.
Because the game's trying to keep like it slightly balanced. Like the way the item boxes work is the further back you are, the better items you get. So if you're in the back, you can get like an item that'll spawn a golf cart, so you can drive up to people, or you can even like get a rare chance to get an orbital laser.
Interesting.
They'll just like from fucking like hell divers. It'll just blow the shit out of people.
Yeah.
But like you can customize all of this stuff yourself through the settings. That's one of the good things they do with this is it's just like because I just said it. I was like orbital laser. If you're 200 meters behind, 100% spawn rate, and we were just blowing the shit out of each other like the whole time with like the orbital laser, right? It was just like I'm just gonna stay in the back and just farm orbital lasers to hit you. Because there's classic mode, which is like what you start off playing, and then there's pro golf mode which you can play, which basically means that all of the weapons are disabled and the only item pickups are coffee, which is like a stackable buff that makes you run faster, and the spring boots, which let you jump over gaps. And like depending on the map, some of the maps are like if you have spring boots here, you can just like skip half the map because you can just hit the ball up here and then jump up to get to your ball rather than having to like slowly walk up this like spiral or go across this land bridge on a big gap.
Like your physical speed is like also plays as well as you hitting the ball.
Yeah. But we had I think for the most part we had the pools closed build as we were calling it. When my friend
what closed?
Have you ever seen the meme from Habbo Hotel where there's like the guys standing around from the pool going pool's closed and they won't let anyone in the pool? No, okay. But basically, like Martin was trying to hit the ball and we all drove golf carts into his ball. And then whenever he tried to hit it, we would just shoot him and be like, pool's closed, pool's closed. Like if you have a friend you want to bully, this is the game to do it on.
This is the perfect game.
Yeah. We were just trolling the fuck out of you. Like, it's really going to depend on your friend group whether you're going to play this game more than once. Because somebody might go, you know what, I'm not playing this shit with you again because you're spending the entire time shooting rockets at me and I can't fucking do anything. This is a map that would be like really quick with the jump boots because you wouldn't have to go around. You could just jump over the water if you got it straight in that whole area. The way you like change your club, so there's no like drivers or putters. You just change the angle on your golf club, and you can scroll it like specifically with like the mouse wheel to get a unique angle. You can just press like 1, 2, 3, 4 sort of thing in order to go. Okay, I think like 1 is completely flat, no angle. That's more like a putter. That's how the penalty stroke thing works.
Yeah. Well, also how the spring boots work, you also sprung across.
But yeah, it's very much just like fast-paced, quick gameplay. It's very much like I literally said to they were like, "What game do you want to play for your birthday?" And I was like, "Golf. We should get this golf game." And I'm like, "It's a friend slop game We might play it like once or twice and never again, but I'm okay with that because like a lot of these like I'm gonna call them friend stop games because I think it's funny. They're like very like cheaply priced. So it's like I was playing Slay the Spire 2 and my friend said, "How much is it?" And I'm like, "Oh, it's like it's not very expensive. It's like £20." And he's like, "That's too expensive." And I'm like, "How do you mean £20 is too expensive?" But I'm like, to some people that is, right?
I think it depends on what they're getting out of it as well. Like how they're like.
Yeah. But if you're like, "Hey, do you want to pick up this golf game and play it?" It's like £5. People will be like, "Oh, okay, yeah, sure."
Yeah. It's like a threshold thing of like, yeah, that's a cheap thing. Couple cups of coffee.
But I have at least one friend who said, "I'm never playing this fucking golf game." But then I've had other friends like Halo Andy, like, "I want 100% get all the achievements." Because the way you unlock cosmetics in this game is there's achievements tied to them, and you get like different hats and golf clubs and stuff. So it'll be like, oh, you need to hit 100 people with rockets or something like that, right? And then you get like a new hat. Or there's some that are like, hey, going to try and get on top of the shop in the training range, and then we'll give you a hat. Like there is interesting ones as well. Because I'm somebody with achievements that's like, for the most part, I don't really care. But if it's like, hey, if you do this achievement, you get this thing, then I'm like, oh, okay, maybe I will do that then.
Yeah, that's more interesting. As long as it's not too annoying, but yeah, this gives you something to aim for, something to actually achieve other than like the achievement.
Yeah, it's one of the fun like friend slot games of them. You can see fucking Scorn retorts watching me. When somebody's spectating you with a camera, they're like a camera that physically exists in the world.
I did notice that. That was pretty good. Yeah, I just feel this has like playing with friends. Like it seems like they have playing with friends in mind and they wanted to make it fun. This is the feeling
the only things I will say, like, because I played this like 1v1 like with a friend who wanted to try it out before we all came on, and I'd say it's not a very good game to play like just with 2 people. I would say like this game is best with like 4 players plus, when you can like have everybody like just trolling each other. Okay, so I was trying to hit the ball there because I was like, oh, surely I can hit the ball. You cannot hit other people's balls unless you turn it on in the settings, and that's when it got diabolical. When I turned on the settings, where I would wait for my friend to get his ball to the start of the game, and then I would just hit it back to the start again, and then just shoot them repeatedly. And I'm like, bro, they need to make like this. There should be. They need to make new rules at the Geneva Convention against this, because this is a war crime. What you can do to your friends.
Yeah.
But yeah, this game came out this year. I think like February sometime. Really fun. I'd recommend it. As a cup game. One thing I think it needs though is it needs workshop support, because there's we've played all the maps and they're all pretty simple. Just let people make them all maps, and it'll just have
100%.
infinite more 100%. Legs.
Yeah. Maybe that's coming. I don't know. Maybe
I think they said workshop support is coming. So
yeah, it sells well enough. Hope that's good. Yeah.
Let's talk about Pokemon Pokopia, because this is one of the big games that's come out recently. Bro, again, I feel like there's tons of great games coming out this year. Like I've been playing.
Yeah.
I'm going to talk about Slay the Spire 2, because Slay the Spire 2. I think is literally Slay the Spire 1. I think is literally my most played single player game of all time. I have like 200 plus hours of it on Steam at least. Because most of my heavy hitters on Steam are single player, multiplayer games.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I knew that I was gonna at least somewhat enjoy Slay the Spire 2, but yeah, it's definitely exceeded my expectations. I'll say that much for now. But this is Pokemon Pokopia, and I was like, hey, this looks like a mix of Animal Crossing.
Yeah, I know nothing about
Minecraft.
This.
Oh, today's your lucky day. Animal Crossing, Pokemon, and Minecraft. So basically, what I'm doing is I'm Dit Joe. It let me name myself, so I'm Dit Joe. So I'm a Ditto.
Okay.
So you're a Ditto that lost your trainer, so you became your trainer. And now,
okay.
Yeah, so you can.
So you are a Pokemon.
Yes, I'm Dit. I'll show you. Hang on. Let me use a ability that Hitmonchan taught me, which is Rock Smash. And then if you go into a 1x1 space, it turns you back into a Ditto, which I think is the cutest and best way I've seen this done.
Yeah.
In any crafting mode. So it's voxel based. So it's like Minecraft. You can destroy any block and place any block down that you want, within reason. Tony, I now have the ability to jump. Do you know how I can jump? So you build these Pokemon spawn in tall grass, and you build what's called habitats. And when you build these habitats, Pokemon sometimes will appear in them, and different Pokemon like different habitats. So if you build a habitat by the sea, it's more likely to spawn fish Pokemon like Magikarp.
Yeah.
And then I built a house for Magikarp and became friends with him, and he taught me the move Flop, where he just flops up and down. But for me, flopping lets me jump.
Right. Okay.
Or like, when you spawn in this area, it's completely dry and completely barren. So you see this dry grass here. But I became friends with Blastoise, and he taught me the ability to shoot water. Because you can see here on my back, like I'm getting like a Squirtle shell ability.
Can you do that infinitely? Or is that
so if you see on the blue area, there's a PP bar. And in order to get more PP, you have to eat fruit. But eating fruit's pretty easy. You water trees, and then you headbutt them. And then you can just pick up the fruit. And you can even become Kirby to pick up stuff. So you can just quickly collect stuff. And the way Ditto places stuff is he literally eats it, and then he spits it out.
Yeah, okay.
Which is hilarious to me.
This is a way more interesting concept I'm expecting from them.
But the way you
It's like progression from learning Pokemon.
The way you level up is building habitats and homes for Pokemon and becoming friends with them. And then at the moment, like I'm trying to rebuild the Pokemon Center. But because there is like a semi. So basically, this is like the humans have abandoned this. The story is the humans have abandoned this area, and the Pokemon don't know why. So we're trying to figure out why the humans are gone.
Right.
And I'm communicating with like the Pokedex and stuff because I can become a human because I'm Ditto.
Yeah, and the Pokedex is okay with that.
Yeah. This is Professor Tangloth. You can talk to him and say, "What do I need to do?" He's like the Tom Nook of this game. He doesn't give you debt like Tom Nook, but like in Animal Crossing.
He gives you goals.
You can go to Tom Nook and say, "Hey, what should I be doing if you ever get lost?"
Yeah.
I'm like, I want to rebuild the Pokemon Center, but I can't rebuild the Pokemon Center because I know how to smash rocks, but I don't have the demolish ability. So I need to find a Pokemon that has the demolish ability. Like Cypher has taught. Oh, I sent Cypher building this house yesterday because I use Gerda because he's a construction type Pokemon, like Timbar, and Cypher can cut things, so he was building this as well.
Oh, clever. See,
Ivysaur's over here. Let's talk to
like
Ivysaur.
Using moves as a progression.
And you can talk to people and say, "Hey, how's your house?" And they're like, "Oh, I want more decorations in your house." And as you increase their happiness and their habitat, it increases your overall, like your village level. So if you look here, this is the I grabbed today's stamp for the stamp rally.
The stamp rally.
You have this environment level, and it'll say like, so these guys love their house, so they're giving me a lot of score to my environment. But like, if I look here, like this Pokemon is called like Balloonmon or some shit. I can't remember what it's called. Oh, I can just look it up in the Pokedex.
So the Gen 5 one.
It is something like Balloonmon. What's he called?
Yeah.
Drifloon.
That's it. Yeah.
He wants me to build him a house with campfires because he likes winds. So like Squirtle wanted me to explore the caves, and in the caves I found an Onyx, and the Onyx is stuck.
Oh, okay. Oh.
But Onyx has the ability to bulldoze, which I need to bulldoze the rubble for the Pokemon Center so I can rebuild it. Yeah. The issue is the rocks in the cave are too tough for me to break. So they're like, they would be a lot softer if we could change the weather. Do we know a Pokemon that can change the weather? Yes, we do. Slowpoke. So I've then gone and found a Slowpoke who's over here, and he's like, I'm really slow. I need a road to come to the Pokemon to change the weather. So now I've been on this quest to build a road between like the Pokemon Center, but the whole time it's basically giving you like these little side quests that are teaching you the game, but also like upgrading the world and teaching you how to play
I
it.
like that.
So there is like this like story mode that you can progress through Pokopia, but there's also like so many side quests, and every time I come on this game, I'm like, I'm gonna do this, 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 and this, and I just get so like distracted by doing like, but also I'm gonna like do this side quest and do this, and it's like, this game's really good. This game is really good. I
that's
really
cool.
like this game.
Yeah.
I actually need some more lumber, so like. You have a crafting table, you can craft things, but I need lumber, and I can't make lumber. I need to get a Pokemon who can cut logs to cut up logs for me. Hang on. So, have a look at this. I want you to cut these logs. So I'm going to give him some logs, and I'm going to get him to turn them into lumber. And then, like, over time...
you just set how many you want to do? He just does it?
Yeah. So basically, he'll be like, come back later, and I'll have those cut up for you. So, like, it has that animal... So, like, I started building this yesterday, and as I was building it, it was like, hey, this is going to take a while. Come back at... It was 7 p.m. real time, because the time is linked to your system clock. So it was 7 o'clock at night, and it was like, hey, come back at 8 p.m. I think this house will be done at 8 p.m. So I went off and did other stuff. I went off and I played... That's why I was playing Captain Toad when I logged on, because I was like, oh, I'll just go off and play some Captain Toad's Treasure Tracker while I wait for this house to be built.
Yeah.
And I think there is stuff where it's like, hey, come back tomorrow, almost like Animal Crossing. But it has that, like, building stuff in real time stuff where it's like, hey, you can go off and explore and do other stuff while you're waiting for stuff to happen. Which I don't mind. I like having like these rest spots to be like, hey, you don't have to grind everything at once. You can grind stuff out if you want. Because this is one of the like... So there's these prefab homes you can make. I'll show you one that I've made because I need to put materials into that one. But like, so I built this. This is one of the easiest ones you can build, and it's one of the first ones you'll build. This is what this initially was going to be my house. Squirrels in the way. Never mind.
It was.
Yeah, but then I was like, actually, I want to build a house. So if you look, they're like these little areas where you can place stuff. So to be considered a home, you need to have like 3 pieces of furniture down, and then a Pokemon will consider it home, and then you can add more decorations. And as you look in the Pokedex, you'll be like. Let's take like Squirrel for example. He's like, I want somewhere that's humid because he's a water Pokemon. So he spawns in just normal tall grass. But he's like, I love water. I like healing. I like cute stuff. I like sweet flavors. So if you have like I have like a medkit in my storage. So it's like if I put a medkit in Squirrel's house, he'd be like, yes, I love this. I have more like overall environment level. Oh, I got a gym badge. I don't know what I do with gym badges, but I got one from a lighthouse. There's this lighthouse that's like, add resources to this. You know, like the rocket in Satisfactory? It's almost like that, where it's like, you need to come over here and place resources in, and then it gives you stuff. Okay. So this is my house, and this is a custom house. So to be considered a house in Pokopia, you just need to join... So this is a house that's half built. All you need is a door... And you need a continuous amount of blocks tied together, and you can make a house in any shape you want. And then to mark it as your own house, you plant a flag. So I have the Ditto flag over here.
Yeah, there's no roof though.
No, because I can't afford... Because I was waiting to get resources. So if you go to a crafting bench, it will allow you to take the materials of the... Because you have chests, right, to store your resources.
Yeah. It
will pull the resources of the chest next to the crafting bench.
Yeah.
But only from that one crafting table.
Yeah, yeah.
So if I go to a different crafting table, it won't have any of those resources, and these other chests aren't linked to it. Maybe I've been spoiled from the Animal Crossing 2.0 update, but that just lets you pull resources from anywhere, from any crafting bench, and I'm like, I wish it was like this, because...
Yeah, I think
I hate
I can see progression.
hate sorting chests. It's my biggest
Yeah.
gripe with survival crafting games. I hate
Yeah.
sorting and there is a lot of items in this game that are like one-off items that you kind of need to store.
On one hand, I like the idea of having to sort it, but not manually. I think there should be like a progression of like how to like store and deal with this, but like it should be as fun and easy as possible if you are going to do that. But if you don't have a plan for that, just make it accessible from anywhere.
But was it? Oh, I needed lumber because I was making more wooden flooring to connect the beach to the Pokemon Center. And I was waiting to get more lumber because I was having my scyther build a house because I was going to make that house the house for the Driftloon. You see how you go off on one tangent and you just go off on another.
Everything requires something else. Yeah, like the interconnected stuff you need. Quite like that.
So what's this? A mysterious slate.
Okay, interesting.
So that's something that can... you'll find like these artifacts, and you can get Professor Tanglove to like inspect them, and then it'll be like, I do find it funny that it's like, hey, here's a Pokemon repel, and it's just like, oh, you can use it as a decoration. It's like stuff trainers would have that Pokemon wouldn't actually want, but it's like, here's an escape rope or something. It's like, oh, you can just use that as a decoration in your house, I guess. Like they have no idea what it's for.
Yeah, not useful to them. Yeah, I like that.
I
like that. Yes, it's most interesting Pokemon.
It's because I was looking at the last Pokemon game I played, Tony, and I was like, was it like 10 years ago? Was it like 15 years ago? I looked. The last Pokemon game I played was Pokemon Diamond on the DS, which came out 20 years ago.
Yeah.
So this is the first Pokemon game I've played in 20 years, and it's the first one I've really been interested in.
That's the last one I played. Yeah.
Yeah, this game is really fun. Oh yeah, I need to make some campfires. So what do I need for camp? Because I wish I could just come up to this crafting bench and be like, let me craft some campfires. But all my resources are at my house back there.
I think.
What's up, Hitmonchan?
And again, like if you're gonna do like this thing of like owning adjacent chests, and then you're gonna have this idea of like leveling up, like later in the game, it'd be easier to do inventory management. I think make chests movable would be really useful.
Oh, you can pick up chests.
Pick up chests.
I think they have. I don't know if they have to be empty. I just picked up this storage box. Did this have anything in it?
Is this still full of stuff?
Well, let me put something in it.
Yeah. Again, like, when I say pick stuff up, I mean pick stuff up with inventory in it. That's like what I mean.
The dolly system from modded Minecraft.
Yeah, basically, if you play modded Minecraft.
Okay, so the reason I haven't built roofs yet is because I need squishy clay, and I don't have any squishy clay, and I don't know how to get squishy clay. But I think so. The way that gates you is it's like you will. Let me tell. So if you have a home, you can just teleport to your house from anywhere.
That's good.
So that's quite useful if you're like out somewhere really far away.
I guess that's a cool reason to like have a house.
But I haven't actually gone through here because you have these gates that let you go to a different biome which has different stuff in it, and it said, hey, your trainer level's not high enough because my environment level wasn't high enough yet. But I think I should be high enough level now to go to a different biome. Oh, okay. What trainer rank do I need then for the different biome? Let me go see if the other one says the same. But it was like, because the lighthouse was like, you need to grow beans, tomatoes, and wheat. And I'm like, I have beans, but I can't grow tomatoes because I don't have any tomato seeds. And I'm like, oh, that must be in the other biomes.
Is the gym badge not also linked to your trainer level?
I think the trainer level might be tied to your environment level. That's what I assumed, but maybe that's not the case. My daily items have been updated. That's a lot. Because you can learn new, so you do these daily challenges which give you coins, and then these give you coin, which then let you buy like, there'll be daily items, but they also let you buy recipes. It was like, oh, I can now make mirrors or hatch windows or ladders, for example, which is pretty useful. Get your camera, a great photo op is nearby. What is the photo op? Is it this guy?
Surely.
I don't know.
I don't.
Ha, check out this masterpiece. Do I need to add stuff for the... Oh, it's the reveal. Oh, okay, that's not what finished. I already added the stuff.
Oh, okay.
There we go.
Oh, okay, that's how that works. Okay.
Okay, so I need to build campfires, and to build campfires, I need wood. So maybe I need to go home. But I was gonna check over here.
You're
But
trying to
also,
get that for drift loop.
yeah. So another thing with the roads is apparently because they say Pokemon move more around if they have roads. So if you want your Pokemon to go to different areas, they move slower on like dry arid land. So like here with this barren soil, if I watered it, they would then move quicker on it.
Yeah.
Or if I put a road,
that's pretty cool.
They would move around it more. I'll try going through this gate over here, but it might be the case I need to rebuild the Pokemon Center first.
Yeah.
And then I can get like a trainer level and move on to the different area. I guess.
I do like these blocky and voxel environments are actually pretty work really well for the Pokemon. Actually, like I wasn't.
Yeah, I think I need to.
In my head, it's like, oh, it has to be like a 2D thing, but this actually works really well.
You have these
much better than the other 3D Pokemon stuff.
So you have these objectives, and you have like here's some minor objectives, and here's some like what they call major objectives. They're like, hey, you should rebuild the Pokemon Center. Here's what you need to do.
Yeah. So you need to get Onyx out. That's like priority one. Then.
Onyx is in because he has the ability to demolish, and I can learn that.
Yeah. Wait, he's just okay.
He's like, help me, I'm stuck, and I can't break him out because I'm not strong enough.
Yeah. Let's get a little home in there though.
Yeah.
I feel like Onyx's size is like can vary so much depending on like what
in this game,
show or game it is.
Because again, it's another Pokemon game with no like dialogue. Classic. It's just text. But I don't mind it in this game because like
that makes sense.
when you talk to the characters, they just types and then it makes like when you're fighting a Pokemon, they come in and they go It just literally makes the noise as the Pokemon as they speak.
Yeah,
to Timbo.
I like that. I think if they spoke, I think that would weird me out. I think this is the best way to do it. It has a much nicer charm to it because of that.
Yeah. Okay. Oh.
No, yeah.
I think
very
I
interested
need
in this game, actually.
Charmander to light campfires as well, maybe.
Is this Switch? This is Switch 2?
Switch 2 exclusive. Yes.
Yeah.
And again, I think this might just be running at like. It doesn't look like 4K or 1440p.
No.
I think this might just be running at like a clean 1080p. But the thing is, I don't mind because I was thinking about it. It's a voxel-based survival game with lots of CPUs running around. I'm like, this game must actually be very CPU intensive.
Yeah,
so I think it makes sense to like try and limit the resolution and just be like, let's get like a clean art style, and then just get it to run well. Let me see if I've got any decorations I can add to Drift Balloon's house. I can give him some windmills. He might like pinwheels actually because he's a balloon. He's almost like a hot air balloon.
Oh yeah.
I don't think he's gonna need lights if he's got campfires. Anything else in here? I could make him like a chair, or I could give him a mirror.
Why would a Drifter need a chair?
It's just a piece. Maybe they want to sit down. Maybe they want to float down.
Okay. I would imagine Drifter. This is what I feel like. There's like every Pokemon having their own like way of what they want from things. I think that's pretty cool. Like, their own environmental needs. Makes you think.
I love how this guy's just slashing it. I love that every time Hitmonchan talks to me, they're always just punching the fucking air, and I'm like dodging it as they're trying to speak to me.
Yeah.
But it's like I love that they said that like it's like, hey, if you make a bunch of flowers, you can get like the bee Pokemon, or it's like is Cubone like a haunted, but like a haunted. If you put flowers next to like a graveyard, that is how you get
I can't.
Cubone.
Well, he just wears a skull on his head. I think it's just like he's. I don't know. I can't remember the.
It's a grave with
lore.
Because the thing is with the habitats, multiple Pokemon spawn in the same habitat. So if you see here, I've caught like a Pidgey, a Combi, a Hoot Hoot.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
when they spawn there, they live there. So what you want to do is, if you want another Pokemon to spawn in that habitat, you can make another habitat, or you can just build them a house, have more space to increase their comfort, increase your environment level, and then more Pokemon can spawn in that same habitat because they're not living there anymore.
And you can't spawn the same Pokemon twice.
I don't think so. I don't think there's like I don't know if there's like shinies in this game. One thing I've seen is is like every so often there's a legendary Pokemon that flies above me, and I have no idea like how to interact with it.
It feels to me what they're doing is like every Pokemon's their own character, like in like Animal Crossing. It's just like I only expect to see one at a time.
Good work, Scyther. Right, let's go decorate. The Drifloon said he wanted to live with other people, so I was trying to build like a house.
Oh right.
For him. I might. Yeah, I'm going to need to get Charmander to light these for me. Because your basic Pokemon you get at the beginning are Charmander and Squirtle and Venusaur. So Leaf Edge, which you get from Venusaur, lets you like plant tall grass, and then the Squirtle lets you water plants, and then Charmander, if you bring him with you, he can light things on fire for you.
Yeah.
But it's like it's a nice mix of like survival crafting, because it's made by the same guys who did the Dragon Quest Builder games, so which are already like voxel based, voxel based crafting games. But I think it has that really good mix of like Animal Crossing decoration game with survival craft, not survival, but crafting progression, which I think is and I don't want to be the one to say this, Tony. Getting Pokemon to work for you, slicing stuff up. It's very Power World-esque. I don't want to be the one to say it, but
I was thinking that.
Yeah, what's up, bud? Anyone ever tell you got a really big heart? Thank you. And you gave me a fucking stick. Thank you. Sometimes Scythe is like, oh, Joe, you got to stop. I need to talk to you. I'm like, what's up? He's like, I found you a stick. I'm like, yeah, sure. Okay, let me get Charmander. Oh, bro, I'm just going to... This podcast is going to be 6 hours long. I'll show you this. You want me to...
Yeah, I want to see this house get decorated.
Alright, come with me, Charmander. So, like, cause initially I had, like, Charmander living next to Squirtle. Or no, it was Venusaur living next to Charmander, and I was like, "Oh, this is fine." Ooh. And Charmander's like, "I want a campfire because I love fire," and Venusaur's like, "I really don't like my environment because there's too much fire here, and I'm a leaf Pokemon." Yeah. So I had to split them up because they want different things. But then it was like, Gerda was like, "I like exercise equipment because I'm a construction Pokemon. I like lifting things," and Hitmonchan was like, "Oh, I'm a fighting Pokemon. I like exercise stuff." So I was like, oh, you two could live together. So it's like trying to find Pokemon that like each other, right?
Yeah, that's pretty interesting. Okay, so how do you assign
a home? You take them there and you say, hey, do you want to live here? And they're like, oh, okay.
Oh, they go if it.
So to be considered a house, you need a prefab house with 3 pieces of furniture, or a continuous block with a door with 3 pieces of furniture. And you can say, hey, do you want to live here? And they might go, no, this is too bright for me. That it might be whatever, but you can kind of do it. I saw Driftloon around here. Oh, so another thing. You can get security cameras, and you can just place them around your habitats, which is really useful. So say you have a habitat at the other side of the map that is like, hey, I'm trying to spawn like this, I don't know, I'm trying to get a Pidgey out of this tall grass thing. You can put a camera there, and then when you see the tall grass shaking, you can go, oh, I need to go over there and catch this, not catch this Pokemon because you're not a trainer, but you like talk to this Pokemon and become friends with it.
Yeah.
Hey, buddy. Follow
I'm
me.
not actually I'm a hater of Drifloon. I know it's just a balloon, but I think it actually works quite well as a simple Pokemon.
Yeah.
I think it's too much hate, personally. Wait, so yes, he's following. Is he following?
Me. Yeah, he's just going around.
Slowly, okay, cool. You enter, then go, do you want to live there?
Yeah. I go in here, and I'm like, yo, do you want to live here? You want to move in here? I can actually move into this house? Yeah.
What did he
I
say?
can't wait to see what this house is like, and then he left. What?
What?
Did he move in here? Oh yeah, he did.
And can Charmander also move in there?
There's only space for one person, so there's different sized houses. So if you look here...
okay. You had to get it done.
His house.
I thought Griffin said he wanted to live with other people.
He wants to live around other people, he said.
Oh, around. Okay.
But if you look at this house, can you see like the question mark next to the habitat? That's how many people can live in this house.
Oh,
there's
okay.
Cubone, Hitmonchan, and Gerda, and then there's space for one more. So if I bought somebody else here, they can move in.
Okay.
Find a home for Driftloon. Make a riding warm updraft habitat, then invite Driftloon to live there. A riding warm updraft habitat. So does putting 3 campfires in a house count as a habitat? Or do I need to just put 3 campfires anywhere and have that count? Maybe I did this wrong. See, that's another thing. Sometimes I'll make a habitat. So over here, there was a habitat where Hitmonchan lived, and then I built a house around it, and then it was kind of like swapping between the two. So it's like, here's the house, but then it's like, and here's an exercise resting spot habitat, but it's also inside the habitat. Oh, what is Scyther? Did you finish the lumber? Yeah, okay. Thanks, buddy. So if you look, like, you can press the analog stick to see the boundary of the habitat to be like, hey, if you put stuff here, this will increase the comfort level.
Yeah, so you put a house in the habitat.
Well, no, this is the confines of the house, but if I go to, like, this habitat, it disappears. So I don't actually know if, like, I need to destroy that spot or... Yeah, it's a bit confusing. Because I think the quest was to build a habitat that was just 3 campfires, not a... But I wanted to give him a house, so I put the campfires in there.
Maybe he doesn't want to be in a house.
What's the deal? What's the deal being homeless? Just build a house. So maybe I'll kick him out and then build somewhere else.
Maybe not all Pokemon want a house.
Yeah.
Because that could be a Charmander's house at the campfire, though.
But yeah, anyway. That's Pokemon Pokopia. Really fucking fun and relaxing game.
Yeah.
I will just sit and play this for hours, and I don't want to make this thing too long because we're coming up to the 2-hour mark.
I've been to Pokemon for half an hour.
Speaking of Pokemon, actually, there was a Pokemon Direct that I watched, and I don't know if you saw, they've announced a new Pokemon game, like a new mainline Pokemon game, and it actually looks, in my opinion, pretty good. Like, in terms of, they didn't show like gameplay, they just showed like a cinematic. It would look like it was in-engine footage, like sizzle reel, but it's called Pokemon Wind and Waves. So it seems like it's like a tropical setting. But the game, like the actual graphics look pretty good. Like, it looked like it was running on like Unreal Engine 4, and like the water actually looked like water. So you know how like in Pokemon games, water is just like a flat blue texture. They actually had moving waves, and it looked, and so for this one, it's like a Switch 2 exclusive. So they've actually been like, okay, we can put more like power into it, sort of thing.
You know, this kind of reminds me like
This is what water looks like in a Pokemon game.
I'm looking at I quite like that, but this is better. This might kind of the Unreal version of like what the I guess
Nintendo
the show
hire this guy. Are you looking at the trailer for the new Pokemon game?
Yeah.
You're watching that. Okay, yeah. So, I think it looks really good. I think it's running at 30, which is probably fine. I don't know.
Yeah.
The things I was like the start of Pokemon, everyone's going crazy about like the fire, like not Chihuahua, but what would you call it? Like the dog. Is it like a Pomeranian? Is that what you would call it? I don't know dog breeds too well.
Yeah, I don't know the breed. I don't know.
The
Is
start
it the
Pokemon
fluffy
look
one?
cool.
Or is
Yeah.
this the...
The fact that the game itself looks good is like a big positive for me. And the other thing was that it looked like you could actually like go underwater as like a mechanic to like capture like water Pokemon, which I was like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
For which version I would get, based solely on the name, I think Pokemon Waves sounds way cooler than Pokemon Winds.
Yes. Yeah, 100%.
I did like in the trailer they showed like the wind blowing the windmill, and that's become like the windmill's become a big meme for Pokemon. I think it was like, was it Violet and Scarlet where the windmill basically ran at like 1/4 the frame rate because it couldn't afford to win.
Yeah.
And then in this trailer they were like, by the way, guys, the windmills can run in this game. Don't you worry. But one big thing, Tony, is as well as it being Switch 2 exclusive, which makes you go, oh, okay, they're actually going to be able to put more horsepower behind this game. They are not releasing it until next year. So for the most part, Pokemon Game Freak has been releasing a Pokemon game every year.
Yeah,
and it seems like they're skipping a year this year, which makes me really hopeful they're going, okay, let's polish the fuck out of this and make it a really good Pokemon game. So obviously I'm going to watch more directs and stuff and wait for gameplay and stuff.
Yes.
But it's like Pokemon Wind and Waves actually looks pretty cool to me. I'm actually interested in playing that one.
Really makes you want to get a Switch too, doesn't it?
Not for me, because I've already got one.
No, I think I don't know. I might. I mean, there's 2 Pokemon. If this is good, there's a second.
I can attest that. So from the Switch 2 exclusives, the really good ones so far are Pokopia, Mario Kart World, which I recommend getting in the bundle because it makes it a lot cheaper.
Yeah.
What is this photo?
Well, how much is the bundle?
Oh yeah, I'm supposed to take pictures of sleeping Pokemon like a creep, I think.
So it's £430. Yeah.
Oh, the photo opportunity was like of Hitmonchan hitting an exercise thing.
The £430 for Switch to America is pretty good, right? Is that what you paid?
Sorry?
£430 British pounds.
Something like
Switch
that.
to America one. Because
it makes the Mario Kart World cost like, I think it's like £30-40 rather than like 60-70 or whatever much it is like separately.
I don't know. Maybe like my perspective of money is just going like completely haywire because like inflation and stuff. But to me, like £400 just seems like a reasonable price for a system.
For a console, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, my Steam Deck costs like £300-400, right?
Yeah, exactly. I don't know if I'm just. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I can see like if you're more like to me that seems reasonable. But I can understand like I'll run it cheaper for sure. But
for me, like, because I was figuring it out the other day, I have played. If I go to my profile, 60, 180 plus 250, 270. 300, 300. I've played like 360 hours on the Switch 2.
Okay.
So I've used it a lot. Like but not just for Switch 2 games. Oh, Donkey Kong Bonanza. Sorry, I was talking about the best Switch 2 exclusive. Donkey Kong Bonanza 6. Switch 2 Welcome Tour, probably the best Switch 2 game out there. Fast Fusion. Fast Fusion's really good.
Yeah, I've already got a wipe. I don't know that one basic on this one.
It's cheap. It's like
it's like how much was it? Like £12?
Yeah, it was like around £10. It's like a cheap game. Anyway, what was I saying? Not only have I been playing. Not only does the Switch 2 let you play Switch 2 games, as you can see there, I've played like 60 hours of Breath of the Wild. I've like
it
lets you play Switch 1 games and sometimes in higher resolutions with new features, which is really
cool. I'm still like I said this at the time when the Switch 2 was like announcing came out. The fact that it's backwards compatible, I think it's actually
had to be
insanely
right?
good. I had to be, but I could easily see they didn't. Like, I could see it just being like a dud of launch. They didn't do it.
Oh, I don't know if I talked about this with you. Did you see they've re-released Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green?
I don't know. I saw him. I don't know anything about it. I just saw those words on a headline. Yeah.
Okay, so you know they have the This is going off a tangent, but we're finishing the podcast in a second anyway. I'll talk about Slay the Spire 2 next podcast, I think, because I would like more time to talk about it. So with Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green, they're re-releases of the original Game Boy game. Did you play the original games on Game Boy? I'm guessing you did.
I did. I played them though. I never owned them as a friends.
But yeah, basically, they're like Game Boy Advance re-releases of the same games. And I was, because with all their like Game Boy Advance and Game Boy and SNES and all the older stuff, they've been putting on the NSO stuff. So they like the I don't know, what was a Tetris Attack or whatever you want to play it. F-Zero is the last thing I was playing on the Nintendo's emulator. Wario World on the GameCube is one of the last ones I was playing. It's pretty cool that you have your online services which you pay for, and then you get access to this emulators. Mm-hmm. What they decided to do was they were like, let's not add them, quote unquote, for free, but you know what I mean. To the
included with the bundle, included with the service,
included with the Nintendo Switch Online. Let's add them to the eShop as separate purchases, which I think.
So do you need both? Do you need both active at the same time to make it work?
Well, what do you mean, both active?
Do you need to Nintendo Switch Online and purchasing of this?
So that's the thing.
Okay,
People are like,
that's fine.
Oh, I kind of like the fact that I can not have NSO and I can own a copy of it, because they are doing a physical release of this as well. If you want a physical version, it might be just a game cart there. I'm not sure. So, but the reason they said they did this was like, we thought it would be fun to just release it as its own separate thing that you can buy it and everyone can experience it and play it together, right? And they also said they were going to add. Okay, so do you want to get into the fuck stuff, or do you want to?
Yeah.
Okay, it's £17 per game per language.
What?
So if you want Fire Red,
language.
Yeah, so if you want Fire Red in English, it's £17. If you want Leaf Green in English, it's £17. If you want the game in French, that's another £17. You have to buy the game again.
That's so fucking dumb.
So like, and the funniest comment I read was on Reddit, where somebody was like, "Sorry, Timmy, we accidentally bought you Pokemon Red in French. Time to learn French, buddy." He's like, "Oh no, monsieur, min Pokemon."
That's so dumb.
Yeah, it's
first of all, even if that's the full, like, first of all, I think it should be like £15 for both, right? And you just switch between them for all languages. And even then, that might be a little bit too expensive.
Yeah.
I don't know, £12. If it was £12, that'd be perfect. I think. I think that's
like if they were like, "Hey, you can get Pokemon Fire Red and Green together in any language for like £5 to £10," I might even pick them up myself. I think that's fine.
Yeah.
Like I might wait for like Red to go on sale, and if it's like cheap, like stuff does go on sale on the eShop now and then. Like they did a sale for March 10th, which I don't know if you know is Mario Day, because MAR and then 10 is IO, so they call it Mario Day. Like I picked up.
Sure.
I think it was one of the Donkey Kong games.
The thing is, it's 4 days before Pi Day.
Yeah, or it's like, what was it? May the 4th be with you as the Star Wars.
Yeah, 4th of May is Star Wars Day.
But the reason they did it was like, there's this thing called Pokemon Home, which they were like, it has Pokemon Home integration, so that's why we didn't put it on SO. Because I was like, surely there is already, because there's the Game Boy Advance and the Game Boy emulators, right? On the thing. I was like, surely on the emulators, there's already a Pokemon, a mainline Pokemon game on there. There's not. There's not a single mainline Pokemon game on any of the emulators, despite them being the most popular games. It's like Pokemon is literally is like the biggest franchise in the world, right?
Yeah, I think that's correct. Yeah.
So like the fact that there didn't exist a way to play any of the old Pokemon games on the Switch. And now they're like, hey, if you want to play like Fire Red, you need to purchase it. And we're not going to use NSO. They said that they haven't ruled out NSO stuff going forward for Pokemon stuff, but man, the one hand, I don't disagree with them. Like the idea of selling it as a standalone thing that you can purchase is like can be a good idea.
You could do both though. Like you can have it included and like buy it separately. Make it a reasonable price.
But I hope this is not the way they're going forward with like the older Pokemon stuff.
I could see this being what they're doing.
Because I think they did this with they re-released Pokemon Diamond. It was called Pokemon Sparkling Diamond for the I think it was the 3DS eShop that you could get it on. But I think the another big issue, Tony, is Pokemon Fire Red is literally just the emulated game with Pokemon Home stuff on it. They haven't changed anything about it. There's no like way to there's no way to skip through it. There's no high resolution stuff. It's just
this is why I guess I should say like my £12 like everything would also include like high resolution and like.
I don't know if it might be like high resolution the original Game Boy Advance. It's definitely a better screen, that's for sure. Like those old Game Boys had awful screens. The backlit stuff.
But they still didn't do anything to make that to get that though. It's just like it's not just running on a better system to see it.
But like for me, I'm like as a PC gamer, I'm like I could literally play this better, quote unquote, for free. If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like this game is super old at this point. Yeah.
100%. And like and you got a Steam Deck, you play it on the go. Like it's not a problem.
Because people are like, hey, everyone who does emulation stuff always says, hey, if I could legally buy this game, I would buy it. But like, if the product's if it's too expensive and it's literally worse than emulating it, I'm like,
exactly.
Okay, why would I buy this?
You need to, you can.
Because I was asking my friend, I was like, what is Pokemon Home? I literally don't know what Pokemon Home is. Apparently,
I know what it is.
It's like when you catch a Pokemon in Pokemon Violet or Scarlet, you can like register it into your Pokemon Home, but you can also bring Pokemon in from your Pokemon Go, and you can bring in Pokemon from other games.
So if you catch it in the real world, quote unquote, you can then bring it into a mainline game.
Yeah, I don't know. Some of the game, like I saw a graph, some of the games you can bring them into the game, some of the games you can only export them into Pokemon Home. I think it's like a way to show off, hey, I caught this rare shiny variant that's a different color, and I'm going to show it off in Pokemon Home. Because like,
for me personally, I don't give a shit about that. I wouldn't want that integrated. Don't care.
What I saw was like on the Twitter was people were just spam resetting the new Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green release to try and get shiny starters. And they were just spending like hundreds of hours resetting the game over and over again because there's no like fast forward stuff or anything.
Is there a chance to get it like just starting?
Yeah, every time you get one, there's a chance. Like the way shinies work is there's like a rare chance of getting one every time you encounter a Pokemon, which includes like the first time you encounter the Pokemon.
Right.
Which shiny stuff I don't really care about. Like shinies or whatever.
A lot of the times, I felt the shinies look worse than the normal ones. It's like there's a reason why Gyarados.
I don't know. I'm like
red.
Yeah, well, he's blue. The red Gyarados is the special version that you get in. Is it Crystal? I think it is.
Yeah, it's Crystal.
Crystal and Silver and Gold.
But I think that's their equivalent of shinies, though.
Oh my god, that's a new Pokemon? I think. Anyway, we should wrap this up, or I'm going to be here.
Yeah.
Forever. I like Pokemon. I'm back in on Pokemon. I like Pokopia, and I think the new Pokemon looks like it could be kind of cool.
If it's good, like genuinely, like would make me consider picking up a Switch, like 100%.
The thing is with the Switch, because the Nintendo's gone out and said, because like people are like,
it's gonna go up soon.
yeah, the price might go up because like
Yeah.
the memory is fucked right now. We all know that.
Yep. And everything needs RAM.
Yeah. Memory is RAM.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
Subjecting this Pokemon to a strong force causes it to secrete a strange purple fluid. Though harmless, this fluid is awfully sticky. Bro, what is going on in Pokemon? Like, this guy would probably love living with Magikarp based on his likes. Oh, Squirtle could live with us. Maybe I should build a sea house for Squirtle, Magikarp, and Shells.
Oh, yeah.
Interesting. Yeah. I'm going to turn this off now. Tony, I will see you next time. You can check us out and everything in between podcast, youtube.com and everything in between podcast, twitch.tv/Scorn if you want to watch me play Pokopia live on stream and shows.cast.com/everything-in-between.
I want to see an update of how far you get.
Yeah. And we will see you next time. Goodbye.
Bye.